Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Touring Australia. We're just crossing Tibooburra Creek. It's kind of in the, I'll be funny for a minute, the Sturt National Park. Sturt. Look, I kind of like to say Sturt sometimes because although it's kind of Stuart, I suppose it depends where you come from, because to me Stuart's spelled S-T-E-W-A-R-T, Stuart, right? S-T-U-A-R-T, it's kind of like a little bit different, you know? So I know it's Stuart to all the Stuarts, but it's not really Stuart, is it? It's Stuart, kind of like, you know, it's got a twist to it, like some of those names, like Philip. It's Philip or something, you know? But, you know, it's Philip, isn't it, right? So, the PH that makes an F. Anyway, guys, we're just north of Tibooburra, just heading up to go into the turn off into the National Park, and we're going to take the National Park Drive into Cameron's Corner, basically. So a bit of a day trip out to Cameron's Corner from Tibooburra. You can obviously just take the Cameron Corner Road. A couple of things to see along there, maybe. But this is, you know, a really good scenic type way to go. So a lot of people might not know about it. So I suppose if you're subscribed here, you're one of the lucky few at this stage. And even as the channel grows and people come along, I think, you know, if they don't go back and watch the old videos, they're lost, you know. I mean, you can have a bit of a laugh and see how things progress if you go from the start and look through. And you might even see some funny ones where I accidentally put it up public instead of private, because I've got a lot of videos on these channels. I've got a lot of videos on both channels, actually. Some people certainly wouldn't want me to press public on some of these videos I've got, but and that's why, respectfully, you know, they're private. But even myself, to be honest, there's some there that I'd rather keep private. But you know what? You never know. One day we might get crazy and just press bada bing. Press the bada bing button. Anyway, we're just cruising along here, enjoying our Dobinson's monotube suspension. A little bit sloppy. Look at this. I put some water down to stop the dust, but it's actually quite mushy, isn't it, Mitch? It's like all the mud's throwing up under the wheel arches, and I don't know if you can hear it, but if I stop talking for a sec. But we're just enjoying that. How smooth's the Dobinson's, mate, these monotubes? How good's the ride? Tell everyone. Go on.
Well, it's really, 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 really smooth.
It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. I've driven a lot of Prados, and when I go on a road test from the workshop, I take note when I come back. If it's noticeably good or bad, I'll bend over. Even if I worked on the car, I'll forget, because one after the other, you know, OME, Tough Dog, whatever it is, they all sort of blend in together. But when I notice something that's really nice, or that drove really well, or it drove really bad, they're the ones that when I come back from the road test, I'm going to bend over and take a look under the front there and see what's in there, and under the rear, whatever the case may be. But look, you know, whatever. But these monotubes, the ride is absolutely phenomenal. What we've got in the front is the monotubes without the remote reservoir. We're not really into remote reservoirs, but we are trying out some remote reservoir adjustables in the rear, because of course the weight in the rear is the one that changes. So it is handy to be able to adjust it, and of course adjust it for conditions, depending what they are and what you want the vehicle to be. A nice tight handling, mainly on road. Just give it however many clicks each way when you go off road, or whether you just want to set and forget. So, bada bing, there you go, 8 Mile Creek. Look, I'll roll some more footage once we're into the National Park on some of the scenery, so you can see if you think it's worthwhile for you taking the drive through the National Park, and we'll have some more details for you later. Alright, here's some dust for you. So how do we handle a bit of dust like that where you can't see anything? Well, we're just going to slow down a bit. We might cross the road, as long as you can see through it enough to know there's nothing coming on the other side. There's no wind at the moment, so oncoming vehicle, which is pretty obvious. It's starting to dissipate a little bit, you know. Obviously less engine revs will suck less into your air filter, so things to think about.
Yeah, we know what all those water trucks are doing.
Other than that, basically it's your cabin filter as well. So, you know, you might want to have your fan a bit lower when you go through there. You don't want to turn it off. And just a little reminder note, you do want to have it on fresh so that you've got your cabin pressure, so that dust doesn't come in behind your rear bumper bar. That's where the air goes out. So when you've got it on fresh, the air comes in the front and it goes out the back, but that makes better cabin pressure than recirculate. The flap at the front closes completely, the air is recirculating in the car, so you're going to stink and your car's going to stink. That's why you should always try and keep it on fresh and put it on recirculate when you get a stinky Nissan in front of you. No, just joking, it's not just the Nissans, you know, all those other brands other than Toyotas. But you know, when you get one of those stink bombs, even unleaded, you know, there's a lot of crazy, cheap, nasty brands out there. We've worked on just about all of them, and if we haven't, we've heard about it from people that do. Yeah, they're the ones where you get near those, you want to put it on recirculate, but once you get out in the open air, you want it on fresh. In the dust, you want it on fresh, okay? Just a note. Anyway, this looks like our turn. So approximately 19-20 k's north of Tibooburra. The sign will say, the road's Jump Up Loop Road. Turning left, quite obviously signed, Jump Up Loop Road. Bada bing. What's the distances? It doesn't matter anyway. Tourist Drive 1.
Continue straight.
Oh, don't worry about what this is. I'll re-roll it once we're get some scenery for you. Turning in at Mount King Tank.
Sorry, I missed that between the kids' chatter. What was that?
Turning left at Mount King Tank to do a lap around the water. The Green Road. Seems to be another similar looking Prado following us around. Prados. The most reliable vehicle for touring the outback. 12 Mile Creek. country music. This is New South Wales. Just been into South Australia.
Yeah, you've been to South Australia.
Yeah, just thought I'd give you a bit of an update, and we can include the track report. This is just the claypan, obviously, on the main track that goes from Tibooburra out to Cameron Corner, the Cameron Corner Road. And I just want to say that Oricom antenna absolutely booms. It doesn't move, and it's going to a good 10 k's to this vehicle. He's got a small elevated feed with a really short, you know, that little, you can have a look at the antenna. I was talking to him loud and clear, 10 k's away. There's the antenna. I don't know if you saw it or not, but anyway, yeah, the road's in good condition, as pretty well, yeah, pretty smooth, whatever. There's a few rough patches here or there, but yeah, it's all in really good condition. This is at start of July 2020, COVID City. Anyway, we better get back in the vehicle and catch up with them as soon as we all let them all go past now.